Hi, this is Chelsea with Hennapreneur, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create a floral inspired design in 3 minutes. So I start by creating a main motif right there at the wrist and then curving it up above the wrist. One of the key things about making party style designs is that while yes, you want your coverage to end at the wrist, you actually want it to go a little bit above or have the illusion of going above the wrist so that you elongate the hand. It creates a lot more of a pleasant sort of aesthetic. So I create that main motif with that paisley, and then I go and add in some vines. I like to start with thin lines because it just creates a little bit of flow. It makes it causes the eye to just move through the design. And then I finish it off with some bridal bumps. Now here I'm going to be building out a flower. So I start with that circle, go around it with very small bridal bumps, very thin bridal bumps, and then I start to build out the petals. Now I've placed this flower more towards the edge of her hand because this design, while it's floral, it's not heavily floral. And so I want to just create that flower to be kind of the central motif on the palm or the top of her hand, if you will. But I don't want it to be at the center. I want it to be off to the side. So I've added those petals. Now you see I'm going to go back in and fill in my paisley. Now I like to use this fill. It's just a jagged line. It's very easy to do. You can work closely to the skin and to complete it. And then after I fill that in, then I just add a little bit of dot to give a break up in the fill to give it that visual interest. So here I'm creating a second paisley, and with this one, however, I'm going to create a center that's open and then add on just some bridal bumps to fill that out. And I really like this sort of fill in floral designs, especially because it gives your eye a little bit of a break, and I really enjoy that. So now that I've got my paisley, I'm adding in my vines just to build some more flow into the design because I want the eye to move towards that first finger. So in order to achieve that, I've got my vines, but then I'm also going to go in, add these bridal bumps, and then I want to create some leaves that are going to go down pointing towards that first finger as well. So I'm using multiple elements to bring the eye, all pointing the eye down towards that first finger. So now that we're at that first finger, I'm going to build out sort of a ring style design. I like to use structured fills on my fingers for party designs. So what I've got here is the thicker line, bridal bumps, and then I'm finishing it out with some leaves. Now you can't see the side over there, but I created just a vine that kind of curves up towards that top design so that it kind of brings it together. It makes it feel cohesive. Here I'm varying those bridal bumps from thin and tall to a little bit wider and fatter. Now if you see how I laid down that vine there at their fingertip, I drop a long thin line, then double back and thicken it up to create the vine that's right there in the center. So I'm going to add on here my final touches. I like to just go around, add some dots, make sure I've got some leaves here and there, just something to kind of tie the whole thing together, and then finish her off with some glitter. So if you enjoyed today's demo, I want to invite you to check out the design lab at hennapreneur.com. That's where I teach both technique and business strategy to henna artists worldwide. In the design lab, we have monthly technique lessons. You receive access to an action plan and design outlines that will help you to serve your clients and build your own designs with more confidence. So you can check it out at hennapreneur.com. I'd love to see you there.